Good evening. Welcome to the show, Seeing the Unseen, with your host, Christopher Laprath. And my name's Kenan, the producer of the show, and I'm going to do a quick introduction for everybody here. First quick piece of housekeeping is just if you're watching the show for the first time, however you're joining us, whichever platform, just be sure to say something in the chat so we know you're here. Just say hi. Then we can do a reading for you. And of course, the first time is always free, and going forward, it's just $10 per reading. Or you can do $100 and cover the entire month and do a reading for every single show. That's a pretty sweet deal. It's 3 times a week, so you get a couple for free at least in there. Now, the title for tonight, Did You Miss the Plane? We've got a great program for you tonight, by the way. It's a good one. There's some good information here for you that is extremely valuable. And what I want to talk about is mainly that there is no wrongness in who you are. Ultimately, there's no wrongness in the universe or life in general, but the important thing to know and to live by is that there have been no mistakes now or ever in the past, and that there will never be any mistakes in the future either. And I'll explain a little bit about that. Why this is so important. We've said before on the show, we're always creating our reality. Now, any judgment we have about a situation or a person or any judgment creates limitation. That can happen on a personal, professional, societal level. But ultimately, it's important to remember that we live in a limitless universe. It is infinitely expanding at a rate that science can barely comprehend. And they don't even really know for sure, right? They have 11 dimensions, they think, but we're just finding out so much of this, and it's so important to remember this limitless energy that we all have the ability to tap into. We all have access to it. It's here. It's like right next door, and it's the same thing. It's the limitless abundance. There's limitless gratitude, and there's just limitless opportunity for more beauty, more love, more of everything that we want in our lives. And thinking that we somehow messed up or missed out, or really any feeling of that guilt, shame, remorse, it only serves to perpetuate that reality. So any of those gnarly feelings associated, the feeling itself, again, we've talked about this on the show, the feeling magnetizes reality to you, these experiences to you. So the more we can forgive others and forgive ourselves, and again, knowing that there's no wrongness, this is a really easy process, actually. Just know that there was never any wrongdoing. And ultimately, there is only universal will. So, a great question to ask is, how is this helping me? And moving forward, there's just no wrongness. So anything you do, it's great. And you're all allowed to be you now. So congratulations on that. And without further ado, I'll turn it over to Christopher Laprath. Thanks for listening.
Hey, thank you so much, Kenan. Welcome, everybody, to Seeing the Unseen. It's great to have you. I start every show with lighting the incense and sending you great blessings, because you are who you are, and there's no wrongness in that. And as Kenan was saying, there really are no mistakes. It's just learnings. And if you have made a couple of mistakes the same way over the same thing, you just haven't gotten the learning yet. So be a little patient with yourself. The theme tonight is, did you miss the plane? I've missed a plane. I don't know if you've missed a plane or the plane got delayed. There's always another plane. It's not like you miss the plane and then you cancel your entire trip for the rest of your life. There's lots of planes. There's lots of opportunity. And be open to that. And are you willing to let go of any fear or regret or remorse especially, about believing you missed some opportunities? Okay. One of the things that I wanted to, and how this ties in, is some people do not like you being who you are. If you're truly true in the source and you're true to who you are, they don't like it because it calls upon them to be who they are. Okay? And some people have a real difficult time by separating their beliefs from who they actually are. So, I'll give you an example. I want to explain this a little bit. You have a certain belief about, I don't know, not celebrating birthdays. Let's say that. Now, I can love you, but I don't necessarily love your belief. For instance, Laurel, you know I love you. But if you come to me wearing a chartreuse dress with lots and lots of ruffles, I may have a funny look on my face. And you can interpret that as me judging you, when in actuality, I'm just judging your belief in good taste around dresses. Do you understand? So some people have these belief systems, and when you question their belief, like, I love you, I may not love your belief system. Okay? But when you internalize these belief systems, it can cause havoc. So I wanted to share something with you. The founder of homeopathy was Dr. Constantine Hering. He passed away, he was born in 1800, and he died in about 1880. But what I want to show you here is the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and energetic. Now, think of this not as a 2D drawing, but as a 3D orb. Okay? Now, to heal, in order to heal, you have to take care of the physical. Then it's important to take care of the mental, take care of the emotional, this ring here. Then you have to heal the spiritual, then the energetic. But illness comes this, let's go over here. Sorry, I'm watching the camera. Illness comes in this way. So it breaks through the energetic field, then the spiritual field, then the the emotional, then the mental, then it attacks the physical. So You Can Heal Your Life is by Louise Hay, Hay, Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. She has a lot of explanation about what comes in through the energetic. It can break the energetic field. Okay? And there's actually special cameras that can take pictures of this. Then it can break through the spiritual field, the emotional field, the mental field, and then it attacks the body, and the person gets sick, like physically ill. In order to heal, let's say you get a cold. In order to heal, You've got to get bed rest. You've got to take care of the physical, right? Drink lots of fluids, whatever it takes. Go to the doctor, take care of the physical. But then you've got to take care of the mental, the emotional, the spiritual, and the energetic in order to truly heal and for that to never come back. There have been cases of instantaneous healing. Deepak Chopra, in his first book, wrote that he was an oncologist in, I believe the Boston area. He was a cancer specialist. A woman came to him full of cancer, and he examined her. The family told him, whatever you do, do not tell her she has cancer. So he honored the family's wishes. He was looking at her chart, and she's like, Doc, what's wrong with me? He goes, well, we have gallstones, which she did. He wasn't lying. She did have gallstones. And he gave her a diet. She went home. A year later, now, she only had weeks to live. A year later, she comes back. And he's looking at her chart, and he's like, how you doing? She goes, oh, I'm doing great. She goes, I went home, I got on that diet, and I'm fine. I'm awesome. Fantastic. He goes, oh, okay. He gave her an exam, no cancer. He goes, so what have you been doing? She goes, I just went home, I got on that diet, and I decided I was going to get better. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. So what she actually was able to do, and this is rare on her own, is to heal, is to take care of the physical body. She got on the diet, she got on the program, but she also changed her mental attitude, her emotional, her spiritual, and her energetic. So many times when I'm working with clients, is these things go in when they're kids. Today I went to the pool, I was getting the mail, and this woman is screaming at her kids. And I energetically felt it. And I was like, as little kids, how much goes in to that energetic field? But remember I showed you the ball? This traverses time and space. So these energetic fields can even extend into previous lives. And some of you have had personal experience with me reading for you around this. So that's my specialty. That's what we do. Sometimes it's hard when I pull just one card for you to talk about that or to get into it in any depth, but I usually can call and tell you, call me. Okay? So here we go. We're going to do a group card tonight. Okay.
Is that a sardonic stone?
I actually don't know, Ferris. I really don't know what kind of stone it is. Somebody gave it to me, told me what it was, but it was a couple years ago. I actually don't remember what stone it was, but I love it. Anyway, the Temple of Truth. Will you allow what is buried deep inside of you to emerge easily and comfortably and appropriately? And I think this is easy to understand because sometimes we forget even where we put our keys. Okay? Things can happen to us that can have broken through that energetic field or that spiritual field. This is what the program Seeing the Unseen is about. It's being able to see the unseen and the impact that not only things that happen to you in this lifetime, but even sometimes previous lifetimes can have an effect on you to actually affect the physical body. But sometimes it doesn't always get to the physical body. Sometimes we get mentally disturbed or emotionally disturbed. Something is broken through the energetic, spiritual, and into that emotional field or that mental field. Okay? So, this is about speaking the truth and the importance of your identity and self-expression in this lifetime. That will help to create an entire strong field of energetic, spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical. Okay. I hope that all tied together. Hope that all made sense. If you have any questions, call me, text me. Who's first?
Doing great. It's Laurel tonight.
Laurel's first. Awesome. and I'm not saying, Laurel, that you look bad in a chartreuse ruffled dress, but I use that as an illustration. I hope you know. Laurel, maybe write this down. It's safe for me to see what I am unwilling to see, or what I have been unwilling to see. It's safe for me to see. It's safe for me to see. And I want to share this with you. Most people think that it's easier to stay in the fear than face the fear. Most people think it's easier to stay in the fear than to face the fear. So it's safe for you, Laurel, to face these fears. I think I told you the story when Kenan was a little boy. He was afraid. He was deathly afraid of the street sweeper. And now, obviously, there's no fear of the street sweeper, because he now has a better understanding of what a street sweeper actually is, and it's not coming to suck up little kids. And so as his brain developed and his understanding and his knowledge grew, he didn't have that fear anymore. So the purpose of this program is to see the unseen, and also to be safe, that you can move out of the fear and face that fear rather than stay in the fear. So this is what's happening, Laurel. When this stuff starts to come up, sometimes it can be a little bit rough, mentally, emotionally, but it's coming up. So better out than in. Okay? So if you need help, hey, I'll come and hold your hair back. Okay. All right. So that's what's happening. Is you're actually the seer, and it's safe for you to see now. No fear of street sweepers. Okay, here we go.
This is Marilyn Pitts.
Hey, Marilyn. Thanks for being here. And Len is with Mark and Vicky. Nice to have you both. Everybody welcome Mark and Vicky to the show. That's my second cousin, Mark and Vicky. Lana's my first cousin. Okay. And we have who?
It's Marilyn Pitts.
Marilyn Pitts. Marilyn. Okay. Marilyn, allow your allowance to match your awareness. So as your awareness grows, allow that awareness and allowance to grow. A watched pot never boils. You've heard that expression? Let go. let go of expectation, of all this expectation. Because enlightenment or answers come like lightning. And literally out of the blue. Inspiration, direction. You know, you've heard that term, wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. If you're feeling flustered or upset, allow that to settle. Because when the dust is blowing, it's hard to see in the distance. It's hard to even see sometimes the hand in front of your face when it's blowing strong enough. Allow that to clear, allow that to settle, and allow that lightning, that inspiration, the answers to come to you. Because when people get on survival, when they get on fight or flight, and they're just kind of in a panic, and a lot of times they live their life like that, the answers never come because the dust is too thick. Or even when there's a lightning storm, if the dust is too thick, you can't see the lightning. So this is about the answers will always be there when the question arises for you. So be free of anticipating the questions. Just know it's like you study and you study and you study for weeks for a test. You're a nurse. You know, you went through this. You study and study and study, and you can't anticipate the questions that they're going to ask on the test. But the answers were there. Otherwise, you wouldn't be a nurse, right? Trust that life is the same way for all of us. So thank you for being here. That's a great reminder for all of us. Laurel? Okay, who's next?
Yeah, it's Gio and Kat.
Hey, Gio. Hey, Dr. Jared and Kat. Okay. So, guys, Jared's a doctor. And he's got the medicine wheel. Oh, it's so great. And I love how this is all tying together. Okay. So we've got in order, if you take the cards that I just pulled and relate them to yourself, and in this order, Jared, okay, let me tell you the story of one of my clients who was a very well-known OBGYN. And he was assisting in this surgery with this woman. The main doctor was taking care of the surgery. Now, I'm not a medical doctor, so I can't really explain it, but I'll tell you the gist of the story is my client, the doctor, the OBGYN, the other doctor was performing the surgery and he was about to cut through something, and all of a sudden, I'll call him Pat, my friend and client. Pat went, "Stop, stop." Now, there was nothing in the medical books. In fact, the doctor that was performing the surgery was following his training and was doing everything by the book. But something told Patrick to stop. And sure enough, there was like a displaced artery or a displaced blood vessel that was not seen. And so Pat trusted his divine guidance and stopped. This is you trusting your divine guidance. And thank you for pulling that card, because what a great message for all of us. Trusting your divine guidance, even when you're trying to follow the book or follow the rules, trust your gut. And you will always be guided. And understand that you're doing more with people than just helping them physically. On the ceiling, I don't know if you've done this, but like put pictures of animals or sayings, motivational pictures, something really beautiful and calm in there. Play like 528 hertz. Is it 528, Kenan?
Yeah.
528 hertz music. There are things that you can jazz up into this that will help you with your clinic. Okay, Kat. So your theme, Kat. There was no woman at the store trying on clothes, and she's looking in the mirror, and a woman walks by and is admiring the dress, and the older woman turns to the lady and she goes, "I used to be young and beautiful." And the younger woman says, "And now you're just beautiful." Write that down on your bathroom mirrors, people. I highly recommend it. I'm not telling you what to do, but I highly recommend that. Now I'm just beautiful. Kat, in any way, shape, or form, are you willing to let go of talking negatively about yourself? Any way about like anything coming in through like I may not be a good mother, or I'm not doing this right, or I could be doing better. Stop it. Your way is the beauty way. Our way. Everyone on the show, it's the beauty way. There's you don't say to that, you don't look at a flower going, you'd be a little bit better if you just had like one more petal. I much prefer like red over orange, but stop. There's no one else like you. There never will be anyone else like you. And I'm not just talking to Kat. I'm talking to every one of you on the show. Never will be anyone else like you. Step into that. Right now, this is a major transformation going on for you, Kat. Okay, who's next? Hey, Doreen. This is the Sun card. So thank you for being here. It's one of the highest cards in the deck. This is the radiance coming to you all right, Doreen. When somebody gives you accolades, is it possible to just say thank you? Thank you. Without explaining or, oh, no. Thank you. This is, this is accepting. Are we all willing to accept the accolades? And to accept these amazing things about us. We don't go to the beach dressed in a black shroud. It's like that. There's no point in that. This is the sun is this recognition, is this acceptance of who you are, what you're doing here, what you've done. Take off the black shroud and soak up some of that. Soak up some of that. And anywhere where you've been taught that that's bad ego to do that, are you willing to let go of that now? And I'm not talking to just Doreen. All right, who's next?
Awesome, yeah, it's very inspired.
Hey, Ferris. Nice to have you. Thanks for being here. Welcome back. It's been a while. What is true for you? We've all been to, I don't want to call them bad, but we've been to, like, I don't know, bad coaches, bad doctors, bad psychiatrists. There are, within every industry, right? Bad teachers. And it's not necessarily bad. I'm not saying the bad, but they're disconnected. And so they're just simply teaching or repeating what they've been taught, and it's not to your soul. So whatever you've been told, question it. This is the mystical shaman. There are it's within every industry, including psychic industry. So anywhere where you've been told by a so-called psychic or someone who claims to be psychic, question it. There's make sure that it rings true with your gut. If it doesn't ring true with your gut, it might be a projection, okay, from them. So this is clearing your space from a woman that's been invasive. Okay, who's next?
Austin's up next.
Hey, Austin. Anywhere, Austin, that so this is the moon card. This is trusting your psychic ability. So it actually it builds on Ferris's card or message. It's about not necessarily trusting the mind because you're smart. It's about trusting your intuition, trusting the psychic ability, trusting your gut. And anywhere I probably have to call you on this one. Anywhere that we talked the other night on the show about delusional, whether something was delusional or not. Anywhere where anyone has ever projected delusional belief systems on you, are you just willing to kindly and lovingly return to sender completely 100% and love them for who they are, not their belief system? That can be really challenging to do. And they're interpreting it as you not loving them because you don't agree with their belief system. Or their belief system is delusional. I mean, yeah. I'll give you an example. This religion I used to be in, I was very condemnatory of people that celebrated birthdays. That celebrated their birthday. Was I delusional? But I didn't know I was delusional. I was like, no, but that was a projection. That was what was taught. Woo! Okay. I think you got my drift. All right. Who's next?
Lindsay's up next.
Hey, Lindsay. Okay. Lindsay, I'm going to teach you a mantra. Ra, Ra, Re. Kick him in the knee. Rah, rah, ras. Kick him in the other knee. It's a luminous warrior. You are luminous. Are you willing to let go and be free of the need to explain yourself? And know that when you talk, you're talking from your core, right? That source. Also, so this picture has a card with a halo around it. This is and this is all of our awarenesses. So think of it as our energy field, okay? And things, by the way, when I was talking about this earlier when I started the show, right? Things can get caught in our energy field. So as your awareness grows or your energy field grows, it gets brighter. And so you see things, which is a good thing, right? It's like if you go out and you're wearing a black turtleneck, you want to make sure there are no dog hairs on it. And let's say you get in the cab and you're almost to your destination, you find one dog hair and you go, oh. And then you start walking toward the restaurant and you go, oh, dang, there's another one. Be free of judging any of the dog hairs. As your spiritual awareness grows, as our spiritual awareness grows, these disruptions in our field can become evident because our light is growing brighter. So, glass half full. You're looking at, here's an opportunity to remove a dog hair. Rather than, oh, there's another dog hair. I never should have worn this. This was horrible. Oh, I look horrible in black. And you go down this road of, no, it was just a dog hair. Okay. When these things come up in our energetic fields, be grateful that we become aware of them, and they can raise these awarenesses. View them as an awareness and be grateful for them rather than something wrong with you. Are you willing to do that? Okay, here we go.
It's Richard and Alex.
Hey, Richard. Hey, Leah. Alex. Okay, thanks for being here. So we'll do girls first, ladies. Leah, when you start cutting through the bull crap, you can do it kindly. But remember, I said at the beginning of the show, people don't like you being who you are. They want you to be somebody else or something else because it calls upon them to be who they are. So they feel sometimes like you're calling them out when actually you're just being who you are. Okay? And you're actually you're not calling them out. You don't have the time or space to do that. But they feel like you're attacking them and you're not paying attention. And no, you're just being who you are, Leah. You always have been. I've known you since you were born. Before. So this is using the blade in an offensive and defensive position. There's no need to explain are you willing to let go of the need to explain who you are, what you believe, why you believe it? That's exhausting. And it's a waste of spiritual energy. Bring it in, girl. Use the sword to cut through the bull crap. And understand it's not you, but some people can be threatened by you because you are who you are. But that's their stuff. Okay, Richard, here we go. This is the Earth Keeper, and one of the things about the Earth is it can be very rewarding to you. But it's also, this reminds me of the Phoenix, and you're going through this death and transition. You're going through this energetic collapse, and then rebuild. It doesn't happen in a day. Okay? It doesn't happen in a day. But every day, look at the victories. Look at the positivity. Look at the one step forward. You know what? Some people just rejoice that you get out of bed in the morning. Okay? Take that. That's a victory. It puts that energy out into your field, helps to expand your field. And as your field gets more expansive, it gets stronger, so you're much more easily able to knock the dog hairs out of there, or whatever is within that energetic field, is just to help move it out. So this is the Phoenix. It's a transformation. It's happening. Claim it. Accept it. Know it's happening. Okay, who's next? Hey, Diane. Awesome. Okay. I'll look this up and I'll send you some information on it, but this is actually the staff. This is actually using a staff, like a walking stick, but it will help you ground. Like it will help you, like when you go out in the yard, take that stick and ground it and see those earth energies moving up to help you with your groundedness. I'll call you on this one. Okay. Who's next? Hey, Lanny. Mark and Vicky. Yeah. Awesome. If you were Native American, Lana, a couple hundred years ago, there would be no doubt that you were the tribe's shamaness and you were the rainmaker. And back then, the culture didn't think twice about having a shaman, having a healer, having a rainmaker. The land needed rain. The incantations, the dance, the prayers were done. The rain happened. It is the power of intention. And that comes easily for you. It does not come easily for a lot of people. This is what you do, is you teach people the power of intention. And I don't know if you've ever thought of it that way, but when people come to you and they, for many, many years, they wanted a house. You were telling me the other night that the people didn't have a down payment. This is years ago. They didn't have the down payment, and you took a painting in order to have the house, or for them to have the house, is you took that as kind of a down payment. Is that generosity is you were teaching them the power of intention, that where there is literally a will, there's always a way. And this is really powerful with you. you know, with the technology that's out there right now, like Chat GPT, it's a software where you talk and it writes a book. It literally will write a book. You tell the story, it will write the book for you. This is the power of intention. This is the rainmaker. And this is you stepping up into making this the norm. Where mankind is moving right now, yes, you're going to have horse ranchers that are making fun of your jalopy. But this is another leap in consciousness where psychic capabilities are going to become more and more natural, more and more spoken of, more and more accepted. So think about doing that, and think about writing a book or writing down some of the and it doesn't have to be a 700-page power of intention book. Oh, it's so funny. Richard's name on the show is Power of Intention. So Richard, this ties in with you and Aaliyah. Actually, everybody on the show. This power of intention is important. Okay, all right. And then we have Mark and Vicky. Okay, Mark. So what I do, if in case you haven't watched, I just shuffle through the deck, and whatever card falls out is the highest priority. So the snake has to shed its skin in order to grow. You're letting go, Mark, of the old. You're letting go of, you're in a new position in life. You're letting go of like family or the way things used to be. But you're also then at the same time as this is dropping off and you're letting go, when like the kids leave home or new job, new whatever it is, it's really uncomfortable sometimes. But this is the serpent where you're go ground, go hunt, go get grounded. The earth is such a great energy source for you. But it's also about major transformation coming in. And remember, right, when you were young and you left home, you were all excited and things were, but it was a big, big change. When you got married, a big, big change. These are big changes. This is another big change coming up. Hey, you've been through big changes before. It's just part of life, and you're going to be fine with it and through it. Okay, Vicky. Vicky, a vision quest is where the Native Americans would go alone. They would go out and be by themselves. And it broke them away from the influence of Jabberwockies. People constantly telling them what to do, where to go, how they should think, all of that. This is having some alone time to reconstruct what it is you want to do next. That's the whole purpose of the vision quest, is when they would go out into the wilderness. I'm not telling you to do that. We don't want any search parties for you, okay? But I'm saying go out and take some time for yourself. Allow that time to reconstruct. That's what's important. And that's what's happening. So it's very similar to Mark's card, where these changes are coming through, but Mark, I love you, but Vicky doesn't need you to fix it. Guys, fix things, right? So Vicky just needs some downtime and just some regrouping time. That's the word, regroup. Okay. Who's next?
John and Sonia.
John and Sonia. Okay. Okay. So, John, I saw at Lowe's they have black leather whips on sale. Highly recommend you go get a few because it will help you tame the wind. Okay. It's impossible to do. Are you willing to let go of complete control or the need to control what you can't control? All right. So this kind of goes into Lana's card. Because the less control, the more control you give up, the more freedom you have to actually maneuver things. So the shamans, they actually do tame the wind. They don't do it with a black whip. But the clearer we get of clearing the storms, clearing our own energetic fields, and as we expand the light, you become aware of these insurgencies or these belief systems that no longer serve you, and you move them out. Okay, and that's what I love doing, is working on the energetic, spiritual, and emotional fields, because sometimes we can't always sense that. We can physically feel things, we can mentally know that we're going through things, but we're not aware sometimes that the mental things are causing emotional. Okay, that's what's important here. Is USA. This is the USA. Let it go. Okay. Oh, we have Sonia, right?
You got John.
We have Sonia, and then we have Scott. Okay, great. Okay, Sonia, thank you for being here again. Sonia, it is not a destination, it is the journey. You are on one of the greatest journeys now of your life. There's no hurry to this. There's no, okay, we got to be here by 6 o'clock, and then by midnight we should be there, and then no, there's no destination here now. This is the journey. Take lots of pit stops, take your time, enjoy every step, and trust it's going to work out. What kind of journey would it be if you got in the car and you were scared to death that it was going to blow a tire, or that you were going to run out of gas, or what was that funny knocking sound? Oh my God, is the car going to blow up? It would be a horrific journey. Let go. Girl, you have been through enough. This is bye-bye and hello. Bye-bye to the old way, old people, old things that no longer serve you to your best and highest. This is taking the trip of a lifetime that will serve you and saying, hey, hello, to new opportunities, new people. Enjoy every step of the way. Okay. And we have Scott. All right. Thanks for being here, Scott. Hanging in there. You're the best. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You too have a right to be here. I'll send you the rest of that poem. I believe it's like Desiderata. I had it up on my wall in my bedroom when I was a teenager. This is returning to the child, to who you really are, and this sense of wonder. And what you're here to do, Scott, is bring this sense of wonder and help other people get back to their child. That's your gift. That's what you do. And you know what? Thank you for doing this card, because really, in some sense, it goes back to that older woman looking in the mirror and say, I used to be young and beautiful. And the other woman saying, but now you're just beautiful. This is coming back to that child and the wonder that the universe has, the wonder life is presenting you. It's going to get greater and greater and greater for all of us. So thank you for pulling this card. That's what we do, is we get back to our child and being in this wonder and sense of awe, and knowing that the food will be there on time. The universe, as the most wonderful parents, both sides, are provisioned to, they'll provide, and they will also deliver the food, the sustenance, what it is that you need. We're all children of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. We have a right to be here. Claim it. I love you all. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you Sunday night, 6 p.m.
Great job.